So I just finished playing an awesome game in VR on the HTC Vive. It's called In Death. So this game's been out for a little while now, and I picked it up when it was first released and had a quick go on it. Really this evening I had a chance to kind of really try it out. So if you're not familiar with the game, it's basically I guess an archery game, but a really cool archery game. So one of the key things about this game is that the landscape and the environment that you're playing in changes every time. So it's kind of dynamic. So every time you essentially die and you have to kind of start again, the level kind of resets itself into a slightly different structure. So in theory, every time that you're playing, there's some variation of the structure, so it makes it a less repetitive experience, and it seems to work quite well. The graphics are pretty good. It definitely kind of feels immersive. The way that the crossbow kind of virtually feels in your hands works really well, so you do really feel like it's kind of strange to explain, but a good tactile response when you're kind of pulling the bow back and releasing. And basically you're up against I guess the bad guys are knights, so they've got swords and stuff. Then there's these kind of like ghoulish monk type things with, you know, hoodies, a little bit like I guess a Jedi robe but with no faces, and those are other archers, so they're constantly shooting at you. And then there's these zombies that basically just run at you. And the way you move around the game is you have basically an option. So if you press and hold the thumb pad when you pull back, this gives you like a goldeny yellow arrow, and that's what allows you to move around. So this is kind of like your teleport function. It works really well, and it's pretty good that in the heat of battle, when you've got a billion zombies and everything, you know, jumping at you, you can quickly turn, and it kind of feels natural that you put your thumb on it to pull away and to move location. Then as you progress through the game, you kind of unlock different sets of arrows, and then you press another button on your left hand. It kind of gives you the option, and you kind of see these different arrows laid out on the bow, and you can then just select it and then kind of unclick, and then you have this new arrow selected. Typically with the non-standard arrows, you don't have an unlimited amount, so you can have, you know, 5, 10, 12 or something of those arrows, and obviously once you've depleted them, it's you've run out and you're just back to the standard arrow. There's multiple kind of levels to go through. I haven't gone through them all yet, literally just kind of had a play to get a feel for it. It gives you also a relatively good workout, so depending on how long you play it, obviously there's a constant kind of toing and froing motion, so your arms can get a little bit tired after a while of constantly holding up the bow. But I think it's really good. Like I say, the graphics are good, the gameplay feels good, it's very immersive, and it doesn't seem, right now at least, too repetitive. Now I don't know if I'm going to feel like I want to keep on playing it over and over again in the same session, but it's definitely that kind of game that, you know, if you've only got like 10 minutes, you can pick it up, play it, you know, put some arrows through the heads of some knights and other baddies, and you know, you're going to enjoy yourself pretty good. It got kind of quite a lot of rave reviews, I think, initially, because of this fact that, you know, the landscape is constantly changing, and you'll see when the game map loads this kind of castle structure, you can kind of see it forming and motioning into the different formats. So it's pretty cool. So if this is your kind of game, I definitely recommend that you would check out In Death. In Death? Not In Depth. In Death. Thanks for watching this video. A thumbs up would be really appreciated. If you're interested in other geek type videos, please consider subscribing to Spectrum Geeks. Why not also follow us on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. And before you leave, why don't you check out one of these other videos that may be of interest. Thanks again for watching.